It's some unusual things happen. The first goal is it's not it's a missed coverage, but you just don't see it, right? It doesn't happen very often. The face-off with .7. So I like the fact that even didn't think that it affected our bench a whole heck of a lot. I thought they're kind of just grinding. The other team's quick and they got good sticks, and I think it's been it's been a bit of a challenge for them lately. So when they get the chance to get 2 points or get a win, they get fired up. Then you really don't want to take that team to overtime or the shootout, because they're really good in the 3-on-3 and the shootout part. So kind of like some of the chances we had. It was really good for Anthony to get the win, because it was a tough game for him. He'd go stretches where there weren't a lot of action, and then you got to be good. Their power play, they moved the puck very quickly and had some seam looks that they didn't get off. So happy for our goaltender. Glad, and it's the stuff that the fans can't see or hear. It's the stuff on the bench. So I thought our bench was right, even though we weren't fabulous. But I want to be careful about how many times you kind of say that, because the other team is working real hard and they're trying, and they haven't had a lot of good things happen for them. So sometimes it's a battle.
Sam Reinhart, 41
Yeah.
goals now on the season. Just we continuously talk about him, but how would you describe his impact?
He's back, kind of thing. So I thought there was that in the gap. There were chances that didn't quite go, and earlier, maybe last year, you'd start worrying about it. Wasn't even remotely worried about it, and then he looked like he was right back on it after it went in to get to 40. It's a huge milestone. It's incredibly difficult to it, and there are just very few men in the history of the game that get to the 40-goal mark. It's a huge accomplishment, so he's earned it. Good on him.
We talk a lot about Legos and power play, but fifth shorthanded goal of the season for him.
Yeah, I
on
mean,
the other end as well.
He impacts everything that we do. He's also the right-handed face-off man at important times. Penalty killing, and for the longest stretch, quietly, they just didn't give up a goal in the penalty kill when he was on the ice. Very important, all parts to our game.
And you look at Anton Lundell, the O2 winner a couple games ago, now the shootout winner. Just how different player is he when he's kind of riding the confidence wave like this?
It'd be the same as every single guy. It doesn't matter whether you're a veteran player, a Hall of Famer, or a rookie. If you feel in it, as they say, nobody can describe it. You can't train for it. We're trying to figure out a way to do it, but things click. One goes for you, and you feel like you have the confidence. He should be a confident man in the shootout. He's been really good, and it was a great move, right? He's got great hands around the net. And sometimes that feeling that you get from scoring a shootout goal or an overtime can really propel you.
And Lundell, though, I mean, is it something you see in practice? I mean, you guys don't get into many shootouts, but he always seems to be out there. Is it something?
No, it's just statistics. I get a sheet out at the bench that has everything they've done this year, everything they did last year, and everything they've done historically, and the order that they come out and all that kind of stuff. So I just open it up, and then I kind of play with the order a little bit depending on who's going. But those guys know, there are great players that don't score in the shootout. They just don't. And then there's guys that know they can, and they know before I tell them the order they're going. It's going to be 1, 2, or 3. We used him in second last year so many times because he was just guaranteed. It felt like came out third tonight and won us the game.
But it was even like he'd go 17 games without a goal, and then like what I'm saying.
He's still going, right? He can go the longest stretch 5-on-5, but he get the shootout. That's your guy.
That's something that can really help a young guy. We know we have the OT winner a couple of games ago.
Yeah.
Big shootout winner here in the
For sure. These goals are so hard to come by. It's kind of like the qualifier, the preamble, and sometimes if you get the 7th one in a 7-2 win, nobody cares, or if you get the 3rd one, nobody. But when you get the game winner, I think sometimes, especially overtime, because it's still special. Everybody's off the bench like that. You feel like you've done something, and you have, right? So 2 really important goals for us.
Looking ahead now, a big divisional matchup. Next game against the Red Wings afternoon on Saturday.
Think that we looked at this. I mean, it's the end of the month, obviously, but the heaviest push of our schedule this year starts now. Tomorrow we'll leave, and we've got a 4-game week. Unusual than we've got 3 4-game weeks coming up in the next 5, and they're going to be heavy, and a bunch of them are divisional games. So we're healthy to start. knock on wood, that's where you want to be going into this because it's going to be a grinder.
Matthew Tkachuk made a couple of really big defensive plays there
Yep.
in overtime. I mean, what did you see from him there tonight?
He was moving his feet right from the start. If it's heavy and chippy around the net, he can play his best game. I think he's been an incredibly consistent player for this year, really consistent. Right at the start when he wasn't scoring, his game was as good as it was tonight, and then on top of that, always dangerous with the puck.
I mean, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he was out there chasing guys down. making
Yeah,
plays.
you know what, he's pushed himself, give him credit, he's pushed himself in practice. And he's become stronger and stronger as the years gone on because of it. So now he's not as fast as some guys in the league, but his brain is so quick, his mind is so quick. He makes his decisions on what direction he's going to go that you don't notice it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.
See